play and call it work.
MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome, Wargamers, to the 40K Rejects. Now, before we dive right into what this video is actually about, which is a compilation of stop-motion episodes from the 40K Rejects campaigns, let me tell you a little bit about the Rejects if you've never heard of them before. I started in 2010 making stop-motion episodes of a motley crew of Chaos Space Marines who collect the rejected units or models from other armies and eventually became known as the 40K Rejects. And it's a band of unwanted, it's from the island of unwanted toys, if you could picture it that way, but they're not toys, they're models. And that's what I did. I just doing it just for fun, just goofing around, and people seemed to like it. It was well received, and so I made more. The first episode was July 5th, 2010, and I made 16 episodes of a season of these goofy stop-motion videos, which I never thought would be something that people would like, but they did apparently. And so for those of you who are watching and know exactly what I'm talking about, this might bring back some nostalgia. It does for me, certainly. And they liked it so much, you guys liked it so much, that I made a second season of it. And after that, I thought, I'm going to try something different. So instead of making a series, I made a couple one-off episodes of judging different armies. So the first episode was judging Space Wolves. It was the 40K Rejects sitting on a panel judging Space Wolves. And then there was another episode made where they were judging Necrons, and that seemed to be fun as well. I also did a video of Captain Slaughter, who is the main protagonist, if you can call him a protagonist. He's the main leader of the 40K Rejects. He was a character in the Space Marine video game where he was going around and he was blasting people away. And so I did that in the voice of Captain Slaughter, and so that was fun. It was quite challenging to do, but I was able to do it nonetheless. And then I even tried doing a battle report with the voice of Captain Slaughter, and man, oh man, there's a reason why there's only one of those, because that was super hard. That was back when we did voiceover battle reports and we didn't do the banter style where you get the audio in person. But it's fun to watch, but it was hard to make, so I didn't make a whole lot of those. Now, I thought at the time, now this is in the timeline, it's about 5 years ago now, that I thought, you know what, instead of doing all this other stuff, why don't I actually apply this to a campaign? So I'll make stop motion videos, and that'll be the story times for the campaigns, because that's basically what we do. We do battle reports and we do the narrative campaigns. Why don't I do a narrative campaign, 40K Rejects, where the first part of the episode is a stop motion episode? And that's what I did. And I did that with Steve. It was the flea-ridden scrap fetus. There was an entire season of that created, and that was well received. People liked it, and that was about 5 years ago. And then about 3.5 years ago, I made another series with the 40K Rejects doing the stop motion story times, and that was a Path to Glory campaign, and my opponent there was David White, and that was also well received, and people liked it. So every time I do the 40K Rejects, people seem to like it. They seem to want more. They remember episodes of the past, and they want to see more of it in the future. So this is what this video is for. This video is for you to determine if you want me to make a campaign of the 40K Rejects. And this video is a compilation of the stop motion episodes, portions of the episodes from those two previous campaigns, the flea-ridden scrap fetus and the Path to Glory. So it's about 40 minutes of straight Captain Slaughter stop motion, all compiled into one video. So if you like this, please give this video a like and leave a comment telling me that you would want me to make a campaign out of the series. So that the campaign would look like stop motion and them fighting in some way or another. It could be them fighting as a kill team. It could be them fighting in a narrative campaign. It could be another Path to Glory style. Whatever it may be, do you want to see the 40K Rejects in one way or another? Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
Marines, fall in. I'm Captain Slaughter. Abaddon sends me you rejects all the time. Now word from the warp is that imminent threats of fish slapping forwards junkies be thinking they can guard their way from oncoming threats of chaos and favor.
Captain Slaughter, I'm pretty sure the tower just setting up camp in anticipation for the return of Shaz.
They are looking for him. He's been missing for a number of years.
Bob, where's your Nightwing?
Well, Crucian, I made the mistake of telling him he's useless after I relied so heavily on his extra attacks. Well, I think you fell over and knocked him off again.
Bob, you don't need to be embarrassed if you lost him in transit. Carry cases are not 100% death proof.
like a mangy dog who lost his bedtime bone. Tell me now, do you feel like frying up some fish folk feeding, twin-linked abusing, railgun wheeling cherry pickers?
According to my readings, I calculate an 18.7% chance of relying on stealth and hoping they don't notice us when an ambush is eventually decided upon.
I've always wanted to be a riptide.
Shaz, you're way better than a riptide. You've got stealth.
Oh, thanks. My bad.
He's on a rampage again.
No, I'm not.
Our little drunken devilfish gets his Overwatch confused with the twin-linked, enemy-preferring hatred of allied detachment battle brothers.
We're gonna die.
I want to play hide and seek. Oh, I found you. He'd be demonically possessed, balls.
Oh my Diffie, the powers of chaos work in ways that are wondrous to the naked eye of siege-crawling terrors.
Did we actually kill Shaz?
Gotcha.
Everyone is being too loud. The Tau will hear us.
Wouldn't the gunshots alert them over the laughter?
Tau players play to win, not to have a good time.
I missed my Nightwing. Please come back.
We've only come for Shaz. Please come home with us. Your wife misses you.
Shaz, you have a wife? Why do you think I'm drunk all the time?
I didn't think he'd shoot his own people.
He's no respecter of armies. To him, there's really no difference between Tau or Chaos Marines.
Time for an ambush-flavored soul-blazing pie plate. Diffie, clean your shoes.
Yes.
For the greater good.
Space Wolves are coming!
According to my readings, space wolves fill the skies and are displeased with Bob for losing Nightwing.
Marines, split off from these rhinos and make way for that cone station just on the other side of this deployed Vanguard strike. Chosen with plasmas, you're in my rhino.
I can't fit in this rhino.
Ooh, Bob, you're right. I think you're too...
Plumpity plump is the term you're looking for, my boy.
Please don't just leave me here.
You'll fit in this rhino, fatty, but you will not be in the fight today.
Oh, come on, I can...
Don't you realize you're the objective of them flea-ridden scrap feeders? Get your lipo wannabe triple chin face diet in here. The blood god yearns for glory. Marines, fall in! This here is our beacon of salvation. Once we enter the miracle-working edifice of wonder, them spit-poking sons of puppies will be chasing their power armor tails for a very long time.
So I don't think they see us. They're probably going to enter the station and call for reinforcements. Of course that's what they'll do. That was never the question. Oh, right. We have to go inside and stop them. We have no other choice. But how are we going to do that without getting shot? Oh man, Russ would be so ashamed.
Captain Slaughter, shouldn't we do a final sweep of the area?
Crucian, my favorite son of chaos. Why, you're just a manufactorum of ceramite-plated ideas, aren't you, boy? Have a little faith that the dogs will come running home.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get ambushed.
Once we're inside, I can send a distress call for reinforcements.
I should be grateful I made it across the city in a rhino. I haven't done that since I had my runic armor.
Yeah, but you weren't actually in the fight, Bob, so it doesn't count.
I know.
Has anyone seen Deffy?
Our slaughter fiend is demonically possessed, son. His crazed, hole-trapped, enraged spirit will make its way back to our chaotic war band in a warp-time forgotten streak of psychic power.
Hammer of Wrath. Look, our boys have provided a distraction. Let's go inside and prevent this onslaught. All Father, help us.
Marines, fall in. Looks like we've got ourselves a mangy-eyed, yap-happy battle leader for them pooches. Tell me now, why should I leave you alive so you can just gather strike force, relaunch an assault while our chaotic backs are turned?
I only seek Bob. He is my brother. I want him to come home. Fenris needs him. Our storms have been few, and we need the Stormcaller to bring them back to fend off enemy invasions.
It actually looks like he's sincere.
I would concur on the matter. However, his rise in body temperature troubles me.
I see you got a med pack there, boy. Give it to our drunken devilfish who lies shot on the ground, and we'll continue this interrogation of wonder.
But I need it for my trip home.
Don't give me that poopa-scoopa flap-happy lip, boy. If you ever want to go for a walk around the block again, then I suggest you administer first aid to our fallen comrade.
I'm sorry, Bob. This was meant for you.
My bad. Shaz, you gotta be more careful. If I wasn't an eternal warrior demigod, I might have been killed. Where's the Bob man? Is he looking for his Nightwing?
I can't believe you lost him. He's been with him since the beginning.
Do you know for certain that he lost him? If you're not sure, why would you assume the worst?
When we were growing up, he always lost his toys, and when we were really young pups...
Save your reminiscent tear fest for the reunion, Mr. Duck, the Grey Hunter.
Actually, I'm a wolf guard.
I can now see the resemblance. Oh, my lying, cheating, leashed, snout-faced prisoner of war. Do you think you can hold us up to be trapped for another ambush?
Reinforcements were always imminent.
This is correct. It is the protocol of the Space Wolves.
If you're actually Bob's brother and care for his safety, why not call off the assault?
Bring him to me and it shall be done.
Not so fast, boy. First call them off and we'll consider your offer.
It's against protocol. Heck, this whole assault is against protocol. We're just in desperate need of the Stormcaller to make things right back on...
On Fenris, you said that already. You barf-eating, poop-sniffing tick hoarder. Orc, you willy hip. Transmit our position and get reinforcements. They want siege warfare. I'll show them the mechanized jaws of the world wolf.
iPod, let's move.
Out of all the double-crossing space Vikings, I can steal glory from a blood-crazed decimator engine. That was the worst display of chaotic fervor that's hit the surface of this planet since Blood Angels forgot the red thirst.
Captain Slaughter, Shaz is hurt pretty bad again. We should bring him to safety.
Our camp is based just a half-day's journey from here. That would be a good idea if we wish to regroup.
Hunters, it's about time. Search the premises for Bob. We'll take him home to Fenris. Bob, I don't understand why you would ever associate with these chaotic traitors. You've turned your back on your kind. Come home and seek forgiveness. Why would you be chasing me across the system just to bring me back? I've been fine for years without calling the storms. Save it for the Allfather. It's time to come home. But I wanted to get the number of that Eldar bartender. Move it. Who is your master? Slaughter Fiend. I'm one with the slaughter. He's the boss man. I hear the captain is rallying our forces for a launch on the wolf party. I also want to bring my apple pie plate for dessert.
More rains fall in. Today is a pitiful day of reckoning. We have been sissy slapped sideways more times than a noise marine sings screamo.
Captain Slaughter, what's the plan?
Crucian, my favorite zone of chaos. Do you feel like exacting revenge on the flea-ridden scrap feeders that kidnapped your best friend and took him away to endless winter?
Well, that's not really a fair comparison. His brother was just wanting him to go home and make their planet feel like normal while he was...
Do you have a soft spot for slow drifting fire hydrant fluid droppers? Tell you what, son. I pretend you were one of those boys who always wanted a puppet for Christmas. After all, the new and improved Logan Grimnar could fit a bunch of gifts of chaos on the back of his St. Nicholas sleigh ride.
We've tracked them. Now what? It is my humble opinion that we should call down fire from the sky. Wouldn't that possibly hit Shaz? Our mission is to take Shaz home and bring him to Fiona. If he gets hit in the process, it's for the greater good. I'm calling it in now. It's not every day we get this much chaos in one spot.
I have a bad feeling about this. We shouldn't be out in the open.
Reject Marines! Direct your eyes to the skies and brace yourself for a chaotic road trip. We will claim that Warhound Titan when them space puppies have gone and trespassed on Fenris with a bag of doggy treats.
So we can bring Bob back, right?
As a consequence of storming the winter wonderland, there's a remote possibility that Bob the Grey Hunter will rejoin our forces, but I forbid any teardrops of Lassie don't come home.
I've come only for Shaz. Give him up and we won't unleash superior fire support.
Why ain't you a pink horror? Tell me now, sugar cakes. Why are you making these love song requests?
Looks like I gotta deny the witch now.
Marines, fall in. Now that these fish-face-broken drone hoppers are swimming away as a direct result of our chaotic prowess, we are free to order an in-flight movie on our way to Fenris.
Captain Slaughter, the Space Wolves brought Bob back to Fenris, but how do we know where he is and how to find him once we've landed?
One night when Bob was sleepwalking, I installed a locator beacon in his Terminator armor. His exact coordinates will be transmitted, but there's a chance for interference due to heavy storms, which ironically will be caused by him now that the Space Wolves have their storm color back.
Orc be a bona fide genius, boss.
Which is precisely why I keep this moss-filled, spore-spewing pus junkie alive. What are you staring at, you fuchsia-drinking, nail-painting, lip-gloss-wearing cherry picker?
Men.
Better suck in your nugget pop bellies, boys. The stakes just got raised up in this Demmican party.
Does that mean she's sticking around now?
Do I look like a chaotic marriage counselor to you, boy?
Hey, Shaz, you got some dirt on your...
Overwatch.
Hooah!
That's why you should never sneak up on a stealth suit.
Bob, start calling the storm so we can fend off enemy invasions. That's not how it works. I think you're misplacing your tactics with abilities I don't quite possess. You've always been modest with your powers. Use them. Protect your kin. Or are you too depressed now that your new Chaos friends have gone? It's just that in school I was always picked last for Deny the Witch practice, but with them I feel accepted, and that was a long time ago, Bob. Call the storms. We've just received word that intruders have entered the atmosphere. What are you waiting for? Get your dander up and blast this surface with a blizzard. All right.
Well, if it isn't the orc that spews spouts of kale-flavored fungus, tell me now, why should I turn a blind eye of terror on your ballisticless hide?
Orc is my cousin. We grew from the same moss on the Morka rock pile back in Loken. This is correct. However, I do recall Crow getting a significant photosynthetic advantage due to the trajectory of the vitamin D rays.
Well, slap my lineman's ear. Do I sense some warranted jealousy now?
Due to this Gork-like favoritism, my cousin Crow here rose to become a knob in no time. I don't feel jealousy, only pity.
I'm not gonna lie, kinda looks like you're jealous, Orc.
This is not productive. We need to get Bob back, and the signal from his locator beacon is jumping around. There's no sure way to determine his exact location.
Apple cherry pie plate to this potluck, boss.
Ooh, my Deffy, there's no quenching your eternal hunger for endless gorge-filled, gluttony-flavored appetite of chaos and goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Do you still plan on killing me?
Just had to say something, didn't you?
I can help take out the Space Wolves.
That really tickles.
You can't bring him home.
Oh, come on.
Shaz, your wife's been here barely a day and she's already telling you what to do. He hates being interrupted.
Whoa, you guys get distracted way too easily.
Sell me on your orky services, boy. Convince me why you should stay alive.
Air assault. I got the access to the squadron of the most advanced flyers in the galaxy.
This better be good, boy.
I got the darker jets and the bombers.
Oh, man.
And the best pilot boys.
Yes?
And they got the ballistic skill 5.
That's unheard of, boy.
Oh wait, my mistake. Ballistic skill 2. The math skills are chopper.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Marines, fall in. Now that we've escaped them rabbit-eyed, mangy-faced excrement feasters, we can now fly our way back to Loken to light a chaotic fire under the dormant warhound titan that's just itching for blood and glory.
Captain Slaughter, should we be concerned with Space Wolves trailing our flight towards Loken?
Crucian, my favorite zone of chaos. Do you want a bloodthirsty hound sniffing your chaotic scent of wonder? Do you want to throw a crack grenade bone just so it can be clenched by a sweater shedder?
According to my projections, we had a 532.8 second head start on the Space Wolves destroyer warship, but they are for certain on our trail.
That's how long I cook up my pie plates.
Oh, my Diffie.
Was there any more to that? You know, he always...
When will the sons of Russ arrive? I plan on sitting back in one spot and moving and shooting like a...
Like a what? You Kruger-faced, cyborg-loving, flesh metal-wearing, elite choice wannabe? Mutilator! Shoot this here emperor-loving Boy Scout!
I don't have shooting attacks.
Do you not have a ballistic skill?
Yes.
Then why would you refuse such a glorious opportunity for glory?
Dance party!
The space wolves have caught up to us.
This frigate will live to see another cornfield day. Dark Eldar, grotesque wannabe mutilators. Head down to the vehicle bay and await them sons of Russ. They will board us momentarily. Terminators and Hellbrute follow suit. But remember, the hull is weak in that section, so beware your ever a step. It just might be your last.
By my calculations, that should take them 34,080 seconds.
Yeah, I have no idea how long that actually is. Are they walking into certain death?
If they get sucked out into the unforgiving vacuum of space, we shall remain here and think of how glorious that Warhound Titan will be when it blasts its way through Fenris.
I'm really glad to be back. I really missed you guys. I think it's time for...
Cry me a river of blood for the blood god, Mr. Bob, the Grey Hunter.
The elite choices being sent to the vehicle bay will serve as a good distraction, but it's the engine room that needs to be secured. We should send reinforcements to protect the propulsion systems.
Scrap that cockamamie dumb junk of greenskin thought of a spore-filled nitrogen-loving potash-eating cup of peat moss.
Captain Slaughter, what should we do then?
Elite choices! Make your way down to the engine room and protect the beating heart of this dauntless-class frigate.
Isn't that exactly what Orc just said?
According to my calculations, they have an 88.8% chance of securing the engine room.
Core never be feeling superfluous when it comes to the chaotic means by which we obtain a Warhound Titan that will inevitably be killing in his name. Marines, fall in. Now that we've sent these space dogs to their eternal slumber, we can now fly our chaotic frigate back to Loken and with the help of our very own Mr. Bob, the Grey Hunter, activate through his psychic prowess and his possession the Warhound Titan and alleviate the stresses that lay waste to all who oppose the Eye of Terror.
Captain Slaughter, should we be concerned with possible enemy threats who may be guarding the Titan?
Crucian, my boy, would you not steal Candid just because it was in the hands of a baby?
No, actually.
With all your Zinch-giving gifts, boy, do you still doubt your ability to wreak havoc on deserving enemy opposition?
What are you actually asking me? His mind be clouded with doubt and confusion balls.
Music to my lineman's ear, my ever-reliable slaughter fiend.
The probability that remnants of Tau forces who've remained on the surface after the assault on base camp are 1 in 8.
Ah, finally a straight answer.
However, this is based on statistical data gathered from Voxcaster recordings, comms relay interceptions, and natural intuition, which ironically is the most accurate of the grouping.
Yeah, I'm starting to doubt again.
Stop being a whiner, Crucian. Life is awesome.
So if I'm to understand this correctly, you want me to infuse psychic power in this Warhound Titan to breathe life back into his machine spirit?
It's like you stole the chaotic words right out of my betch's gland and spit a ball of poison so potent it ripped a hole in the fabric of time.
But you do know this is impossible, right?
Technically, it's not impossible, but rather improbable. Due to your ability to correct a single failed psychic test in a given phase, the chances of you suffering from perils of the warp are slim to none.
Well, that's a good sign.
However, there still is that chance, and it's that very thing that our captain here is counting on.
Well, why would he want that to happen?
He needs the right type of psychic energy to flow through the Chaos Warhound.
Ah, this is actually starting to make sense now.
Really? Because I don't get it.
I was actually being sarcastic, but I do see a chance that demons will be summoned and we'll have to fight them off too.
This is correct. Demons in addition to orcs.
Orcs too?
Since when did you ever see a greenskin sit back when a perfect opportunity for blood and warfare were right in front of his teethless grin?
I suppose I deserve that.
We should suspect to see my cousin Crow leading his boys in battle. His orc knob senses amplifier when any chance to become a war boss presents itself.
Whoa!
A little rusty, are we, Mr. Bob, the Grey Hunter?
This never happens.
Did all that time spent on your homeworld make your faculties stiff and broken?
He be a frozen ice blue popsicle balls.
Perhaps a rage-filled pie plate will motivate your attempts to awaken this Titan.
Okay.
Come on, Bob. You can do it, Bob, man.
Shaz, get off. I've gotta concentrate.
Hooah! Well, slap my KO's medulla and stomp my secondary heart. If I wanted a corn-soaked platter of blood spies, I would slaughter a village of neophyte wannabes and paint their blood on the altar of sunless-driven rock stars.
Captain Slaughter, we should probably run.
Crucian, my boy, does fear garnish your every thought?
Actually, it's most advantageous for us to head towards the last Warhound Titan arm Ibot found through automatic tertiary scans.
Orc, you dumb junkie! Your knowledge-spewing brain just saved this warband.
This is great. We can actually defend ourselves now.
I will mention though,
Here it comes.
Ibot scanned incoming Imperial flyers accompanying Space Wolf Stormfangs.
They must be hot in pursuit of our broken warhound.
Orc, you willy heap! Gather as many of your compost-eating, fertilized-feeding, miracle-growing friends and call down as much DACA from the sky you can fit inside an unbound detachment.
Wait a second. Where's he gonna get a bunch of DACA jets from?
Out of all the broken promises of a Goldchild-wielding betrayer, does the sky ever look red on a corn-inspired celebratory festival of wonder?
No, that doesn't answer anything. And how do you explain the storm boys flying in the air?
Like bees buzzing their way to honey-loving glory.
Crucian be losing his chaotic faith, balls. None of this makes any sense. Tactically, logically, intuitively, morally.
Crucian, just let go of the anger. Everything will be fine.
You guys are nuts. I turn into a demon prince at will and am eternal warrior. You guys will die in first strike. Do you not care about that? I want to see them storm boys light up from my soul blaze.
Marines, fall in! I'm Captain Slaughter! Abaddon sends me you rejects all the time! Now word from the warp is that our very own green-skinned forest junkie owes Steve Fabata to a certain pasty-eyed mech boy daydreamer!
Does that mean we're going to the planet Cerulia?
Precisely, Bob. I owe Wazapa tip for the HSTP chip I installed in Ibot to give him his omniscient view of his surroundings.
That's a very honorable thing to do, Orc.
Crucian, my favorite zone of chaos! Do you water your pine trees every time they drop their family icons?
You got in trouble again.
I was just telling Orc he's...
Save it for the Unbeliever song! Corn be thirsty, the skull-filled skies are our way to path to glory!
Wazapa, do you have a super custom mega psychic charger next to you?
I want the trunk to go faster. The weird boy blaster. Warp change in the mega charger.
Do you not know you can open a warp drift with it, which can cause temporal displacement, possibly bringing in life forms from other timelines or dimensions?
Sounds like a plot device.
Wah!
I need the special power to make the trunk go faster.
I cannot in good conscience allow this to occur.
Too late. Too slow, Orc. I pressed the button already.
The Sons of Horus? That's not too bad. They eventually turn into you guys.
Yeah, but Bob, they don't know us right now. To them, we look like an unknown legion, and the very idea of chaos is in its infancy.
That is correct. According to my calculations, we have a 50-50 chance of possible gunfire. Ibot, could you please scan the Sons of Horus and give us the best case scenario?
Yes, Orc. Anything for you.
The day I rely on Markalite wannabe intel-infused scrap metal to advise me on battle strategy is the day the Necrons lose their Decurion.
I feel a rumbling in my belly, boss.
Oh, my Neffy, the pie place you cook up this time of year are better than Mama June's sweet apple candy sticks popping away to cardiac arrest.
According to my readings, the Sons of Horus are getting ready for an attack. They see you as a threat.
Best course of action?
Captain Slaughter's warband must grow in size in a Path to Glory playstyle.
Well, if it isn't the webcam calling the black armor ironic, time for the dice goes to give us favor points.
A flyer? We can't possibly lose.
Your hot and spicy eye drops will pour down like breakup tears.
You are my milk drink, my chaotic flyer of Deathly Hollows.
Hellbrutes are underrated elite choices. He will perform statistically well in this campaign.
I think he's a little overpowered for it.
But Crucian, it's all up to the dice gods.
Now he's even tougher.
Shaz, you're killing us with ricochet fire.
Me? My bad.
Now that we're taking our first step on our path to glory, we shall greet these displaced sons of Horus with undeniable love from the skies. What in corns, Red Earth? What kind of sick, dark-eared joke you playing out, boy? This is my war band. You best be moving along now.
Not this day, Slaughter. You may be the warlord, but I will replace you at the first sign of weakness. The dice gods have declared it.
Have you sponge-muffed your lineman's ears, boy? The day you fight alongside me is the day the Tau do yoga stretches on the battlefield.
According to the rules of the campaign, you must accept all units from resultant dice rolls.
We'll walk my flesh-hound brother. Marines, fall in. Now that we've seen our grandpapas unleashing the fury of the Legion in our faces, we can now justify sweet retaliation of a demonic nature.
Captain Slaughter, shouldn't we be careful not to shoot them down? They could possibly be fragments of our former selves.
That is correct. The space-time continuum will be disrupted.
Crucian, my favorite zone of chaos. Do you fear the day will come that your rapid-fire gun of plasma will be ripped from your plastic glue cemented hands?
I always noticed your plasma gun was on top of your hands, but never wanted to say anything.
He be a half-trigger chosen, balls.
Oh, my Deffy. If only the common reject marine could carry ordnance the way you gracefully pop them pipe plates from the sky.
These are way better than land speeders.
According to my readings, Wazapa is in the vicinity of our warband. He has escaped with the super custom mega psychic charger.
I love the warp rift box. My truck is the fastest in the galaxy.
Sons of Horus are not happy we're here. I wonder if we should try talking to them.
Crucian, my boy. Do you talk to a squig before you grab his tail and swing him around like a sock sack of river rocks?
Maybe I should call a storm to even the playing field.
Maybe you should wash your mane with anti-dandruff shampoo filled with lavender-scented lily pad.
Maybe I could join the warband, balls. My pie plates are begging to be eaten by traitors of the past.
Music to my lineman's ear. We will now face our counterparts with chaotic ordnance, love and fervor of corn-infused Damekin.
Don't be so arrogant, Slaughter. You need more troops to make a proper warband.
Do I look like I have afternoon tea with the dice gods?
That's against the word of wisdom.
Wah!
Not if it's herbal.
Avoid the appearance of evil.
The day I avoid the appearance of evil is the day I strike out initiative with my fist of power.
We're gonna die, except for me, because I'm an eternal warrior. Illegally. It doesn't have to make sense.
Crucian, who are you talking to?
Fourth wall, Bob. Try to keep up. Let's get Wazapa now.
Marines, fall in. The dice gods place this fine factory of tech marine loving vehicles as a whole point restoring lace distraction from our search for the warp charge addicted mech boy.
According to my calculations, Wazapa should be here in this factory, but due to his skimp charger, I am unable to pinpoint his exact location.
What's a skimp charger?
It's an acronym for Super Custom Mega Psychic Charger.
Gotta pay attention to class, dog man.
Captain Slaughter, what do you want to do with the tech marine hiding in that busted Land Raider Crusader?
Crucian, my ever-reliable aura of Dark Glory Seeker. Do you have a Malafine that's in need of hull point restoration? Or do you feel like making a nice new mechadendral friend with the ability to patch up a pinata at your nurgling's birthday party?
My power scourge is a class better than your mechantendral party.
Ooh, my Deffy, your extra close combat attacks could pop the pimple armor of a contempted dready.
iBot, do you have any relevant appropriated readings?
According to initial scans, the Slaughter's warband must destroy the Land Raider and interrogate the tech marine inside in order to find Wazapa.
Good thing we have your genius iBot to move the plot along. There's no way I'd get what's going on. Time to go for a walk around the block, Fleabags.
Who shall the dice gods grant us now that we're ready to return on our path to glory? What in corns, Red Earth? What kind of hibbity-jibbity fast attack chores you pretending to be, boy? You best be moving along now, son. You must be lost in the war.
Now, Slaughter, you must accept any unit the dice gods grant you.
Well, if it isn't the campaign Nazi, come to burn all that breeze joyful color in my black and carapace.
Spawns are the worst thing you can get. Shaz, aren't you forgetting something?
There it is. How about we keep what we kill, boss?
An additional vehicle would give us a tactical advantage in our warband.
Sounds like a solid plan of execution.
Shut your Terminator armor-wearing fly boy! You be taking mandatory lookout stirs for every bullet that flies my way!
Sounds like a vendetta.
Shaz, are you not feeling well today? Shaz, stop it. That tickles.
I think it's time to play now.
Marines, fall in! Now that we're here on the surface of Cerulean, we can breathe a sigh of chaotic relief as we spill the Xenos blood of these monstrous creature wannabes.
They kind of look like Tyranid carnifexes.
You kinda look like a man-sized pooper scooper. I think they're ceruleans.
That is correct, Crucian. They appear to resemble carnifexes due to the lack of available models in the studio.
Fourth wall break. My pop blades will feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, boss.
Oh my Diffie! If only all the sons of chaos were as demonically possessed as you, the blood god would feast in the garden of Papa Nugget.
Captain Slaughter, how are we going to break that monstrous creature wall?
Crucian, my undivided follower of chaotic glory. Do you feel like teaming up with your ancient grandpapas of old in order to peel the skin off the cerulean fruit fly protection covering the candy eye flavor center of Wazapa goodness?
I don't know what you just said, but it's making me hungry.
According to my calculations, we have a 1 in 6.87% chance to defeat the Ceruleans by temporarily aligning with the Sons of Horus.
Orc, that's brilliant. Maybe we can actually get out of this warp rift and send our former selves back home. All we need are some solid reinforcements to help this battle along.
What color of Papa Nugget pus sack juice you selling, boy? When you ask for chaotic reinforcements, didn't your slash mama ever tell you to specify that brand of Demokin?
How ironic is it that a Chaos Warband has no Chaos Marines?
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Crucian.
I'm a Chaos Marine.
Well, I wasn't saying that you weren't a...
You can't cut your tongue. That's embarrassing for a hound dog. I'm an MCK, boss.
What's an MCK?
It's an acronym for Monstrous Creature Killer.
Don't fall asleep in detention, flea bags.
Marines, fall in. Now that we've taken this jukebox of Slanesh-infused death metal tunes from this zippy-happy green-skinned forest hopper, we can fly to any direction that exists within the Eye of Terror.
It's plausible that activating the super custom mega psychic charge will open a warp rift which could distort reality, causing us to move faster, jump higher, and possibly get attacked by demon princes that are hungry for chaotic glory.
That's probably what the captain wants, Orc.
Crucian, my 10,000-year-old inspiring champion. You couldn't be closer to the chaotic truth if your mama slapped your betches gland with a 10-foot pole that grew from a tree on a death world inhabited by fishy fry cakes of hibbity love nuts.
Okay, come on. I'm not getting anything you're saying now. It sounds like you have a virus in your helmet which is causing you to spew out phrases that make no sense.
I think it's just Wednesday. I see what's up over there, minding his own orky business, just waiting for a warm pie plate welcome.
Oh my Diffie, if only I could pump 1,000 ordnance-loving possessed pilots into a whole trapped rage chassis of all the defilers I've ever seen on the battlefields of chaotic wonder.
I move like I got a jump pack.
What?
Shaz, be careful. You might wake up the demon princes.
They seem to be slumbering below the floating rocks.
Why don't you look over the edge and take a dip into the abyss? You, son of Russ, are not welcome to this Chaos Warband.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
I sense a bit of hostility in his voice.
Yeah, that was pretty jerkish. He'd be a peanut butter and jealousy kind of guy, boss.
You stay here only because I need your armor of Terminator goodness, my follower of Chaos wannabe. You just opened the wrong door in your Slanesh funhouse of confetti scatter.
You will all die by deep strike in this mission. It's suicide. Be my guest and lead the way, fools. Huh? You say things that make people hate you. Why did you save me, you Tau? You're a lesser life form. I wasn't trying to save you.
Apparently, his bullets were caught in a temporal wind of change, which caused the trajectory of his bullet to curve in an arc that would seem random.
Maybe that's why it feels like we're moving like we've got jump packs.
And vehicles gain the skimmer special rule.
Speaking of vehicles, what's that Vindicator doing here?
Finally, a vehicle I can use to further my chaotic plans of causing a disturbance in the space-time continuum.
Looks like you got competition.
Hooah!
That ain't good for business. I'ma sabotage his effectiveness on the battlefield. I think you're fine, Deffy. You're way better than a Vindicator. Oh, come on, he totally is.
I don't think we're disagreeing.
Guys, really? If you had to choose between Deffy and this Vindicator, who would it be?
Well, Deffy loves to cook pie plates for everyone on special occasions, and Orc, what do you think?
You know, Zappa is just sitting up there observing us, probably pondering his next scheme that could overthrow the entire illusion of safety we're currently experiencing.
That wasn't even an answer to the question, and way to pass the buck, Bob.
What?
Watch out! Wow, that was awesome, Deffy.
Yeah, truly amazing and accurate battle cannon shooting.
That was superb.
Don't be a two-faced party pooper. Orc, what are you doing?
I'm battling with the Zappa for control over the super custom Mega Psychic Charger.
Well, if it isn't the Space Ranger version of Battleship played by a couple of teeth-hoarding fungi infused grape seeds with clamor for chaotic glory.
What happens if you gain control over the super,
It's called a super custom Mega Psychic Charger, Fleabags.
Shaz, I never knew you were such a good listener.
Just because I'm drunk doesn't mean I don't hear everything.
Are you, Shaz, did Shaz just die?
He be a camouflage loving demo fish.
Oh, my Deffy. One ordnance pie plate of yours could bounce right into the face of our modestly chaotic war band. You best be keeping your cannon of battle to a minimum.
Yes, boss.
I get you, Orc. I blow your whole war band off my ship.
Oh man, Wazap really has this ship under his control. He'll destroy everything.
You'd think he'd be more careful on his own cargo ship.
His goal isn't to maintain control. He'll sacrifice his entire ship in order to make his truck go faster.
A green skin after my own secondary heart. You never stop me, Orc.
Orc, can't you do something?
Bob, I've never been sarcastic to you, and I don't ever plan on it, so I'll just say this. You're not helping.
Whoa, I've never seen you so frazzled, Orc.
I'm trying to control the ship and get us reinforcements.
My, I have a support choice I can use in my path to glory. Wait now. You be trying to invite a rapid-fire bolter to a missile launcher demon body. What's your name, son? Do I look like I'm playing chaotic hide and seek, boy?
I don't want to die.
Does your need for attention supersede your desire for chaotic glory?
Please don't kill me.
Is your lack of sleep making your kind of lesbian node work overtime?
What do I do?
What do, boy? You listen to the voice of reason before your eyes, before it rips your lineman's ear right from your helmet-wearing pasty-eyed stare. Do I make myself chaotically clear?
Yes?
That's probably the weakest sauce answer since Khan the Betrayer asked his godchild why his godfather never came home for dinner.
And here it comes. Called it.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching that compilation of stop-motion videos from the 40K Rejects campaigns. Now, I've included a couple links in the video description below so that you can watch the full campaigns that have been recorded in the past. They are full campaigns. Like, there's gameplay, there's bat reps that associate with all of the stop motion videos that you just saw. One is for the flea-ridden scrap feeders, where my opponent is Steve, and the other one is A Path to Glory, where my opponent is David White. Links to both of those campaigns in the Mini Wargaming Vault are included in the video description below. And so that's another way that you can show support for the 40K Rejects and for this campaign, or the campaign idea in general, is by signing up as a Vault member and watching those campaigns. Also, just a reminder, leave a comment below. Let me know if you want me to make a campaign like this in the future. It could take the form of anything. It could be another Path to Glory. It could be a narrative campaign. It could be a kill team campaign. Whatever it may be, the thing that makes most sense to you in your mind, what do you think you'd want to see a 40K Rejects campaign look like? Thank you very much, and I'm eager to see your response. Happy wargaming.